should be up. Let me know if it's coming through clearly.
All right.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
They went to the bullpen.
Yeah.
What was kind of O'Neal's strategy for the first two games?
He gave both starters a little bit of a leash. Jalen Scott threw a good number of pitches yesterday, and the pitching was good. And they held Shepard to just 4 runs yesterday. And as we talked about in the open, if the pitching staff can hold opponents to 4 runs per game or so, then this Braves team is going to have a lot of success this year, just given the offensive weapons that they have as count moves to 2-1 on Goida.
Went away that time. See what he does here.
All right, apologies for some of the technical difficulties, but we are back on. Again, John Gross, Alex Simpson, Trevor Clemens, the latter two members of the UNCP baseball team, and we pick things back up here in the top of the third, 4-0 UNCP in front. You guys were having a great discussion as we lost internet momentarily about the uniforms. Let's jump back into that and you guys share your thoughts.
I asked them.
Oh yeah, we got the new white uniform, so we wore on Fridays, mainly this year, and those ones were just maybe just because they're new. I don't know, those ones are so clean. I love wearing those. I think Trevor can agree that were those your favorite too, Trev? Favorite?
The button up. It was a very professional look. Even this button up.
Very big league.
Very big league.
And then that led me to ask him if we had to get rid of one jersey, which one it would be. And I think we both agreed on the ones we're wearing right now.
They simply just took a back seat.
Yeah, because just in comparison to the new white ones that we got, these ones are just 10 times better, or the new ones are just 10 times better, I think. So, before we continue, my little cousin Grant Swink, watching in Holly Springs, North Carolina. How are you doing? He just asked for a shout out, so figured I'll make his day.
Swink, how are you?
He's led me to multiple Fortnite victories. That guy, he can play some Fortnite, so.
Another discussion that we can have is a game we played on the bus.
Oh, Mafia.
Called Mafia. I would say it would fit very in. It's pretty much.
It's basically you get one kingpin and they have to recruit Mafia members or kill Mafia members, and it's up to everyone. It's basically a glorified heads up 7-up in a way. But wow, that game got intense. And our assistant coach, wow, what a play by Mob right there. What a play, Brownie Bull machine making that play. But our coach Jefferson swears that he was really good at the game, but I just think he liked it because he got to accuse people of stuff. So it was fun. I think that's part of the reason we just started that game this year. You think of a 4-year senior, you've done it all as part of the baseball team with a bunch of the same guys. And then we introduced this game on the bus, and it was like automatic. We'd get on the bus, we wouldn't even get on 95 yet, going south, and we would already get at the back of the bus playing Mafia. Again, I think that's part of the reason that these bus rides and this team was so close is that we just, most teams on bus rides sleep or whatever, and we were always back there hanging out, being around each other. So
Mafia is a game that the this will be my third summer with the summer collegiate baseball team in upstate New York, and they've been playing it for, I guess, ever since I started there. Do you remember who brought it to UNCP?
Ethan Walken, after he spent his summer in Savannah.
Our two seasoned vets, really, Ethan and Jake Mayhew. Two guys that they've been around for a long time.
Been around the block, yeah.
Yeah. Also, got a personal question here. Not gonna really say who asked it, but top 3 Mafia players. Well, actually, I will tell you who asked it. Darren. Darren
was the worst.
Bottom tier Mafia.
Yeah.
He was first out. Never could make it to the end. But
If I had to take top 3 Mafia players, it would go Ethan, strictly on experience. I mean, he just knew how to play the game. He knew how to talk people out of stuff. And then I would put Trevor at 2, because Trevor would just yell and be louder than everyone, and then everyone would forget the point he's making, because half the time he didn't have a point. And so then the people wouldn't vote him off. And then 3 is kind of a toss-up, but Ethan and Trevor knew how to play the game. So.
Yeah, Ethan was good, but also towards the end, me and him would both get voted off very early.
Because there was a good chance they were both in the Mafia.
Yeah, there was a good chance we were impacting the game somehow. Randy Floyd. Randy was a sleeper. Randy was
good because he didn't say anything. He just sat in the back and observed.
He was in a good spot.
He'd come out like 4 or 5 rounds later, and then he'd pick out the whole Mafia. And then
there was a few good players. I mean, but I definitely think we can all agree. Darren Bowen.
Darren, bottom tier.
Yeah.
You could put him and Coach Jefferson both down there in the bottom, for that matter. I mean, they were kind of like here, kind of like a father-son tandem.
Actually, the guy hitting, James Hammond.
Hey, bad too.
Terrible.
But back to Darren and Coach Jefferson, they were more like a father-son. Like Darren just learned everything from his dad, Coach Jefferson. That's why it was this endless cycle of them being just bad Mafia players.
I got my first real sneak peek at Coach Jefferson in the coaching box. Coach, the next time you talk like that, go ahead and work through it. Make a play. Just work through it.
Yeah, I don't know who's doing the sabermetric stats for us this year, but I would like to see. Wow.
Oh, that ball is hammered. That ball.
Oh my God! Heads up, courtyard. Holy crap! That was hit a mile.
The pitcher's like, oh, he's getting the ball. Wow.
Dude, we're gonna run out of baseballs before this game's over. Holy hell. Look at him, 18. He's like, God, he's looking in the dugout. He's like, get me off this mound.
Ball was annihilated.
Golly, I think they had to put a maintenance report at the roof of courtyard and rebuild it.
Look at Coach City. He's very professional.
Gage. Well, let me ask you a question about Gage. He's a guy who, and you talked about him a little bit earlier, but it was his first year with the team this year, transferring from Southeastern Community College. I mean, what type of an asset was he to the lineup this year?
That was huge, because we were looking to replace Luke Jackson in left field. We had a bunch of question marks. He came in as an infielder, right, Trev? Yeah, I think he moved into left field at about a month into the fall. And I'm gonna be real honest on this broadcast. Wow, it was like a fish out of water watching him play outfield for the first time. And after that, I did not think. I was like, wow, we're done. We don't have an outfield. But he played a hell of a left field this year. He didn't get to everything, but he did all the things right. I think he even made a diving catch at Young Harris where I was like, oh my God, did he just do that? But yeah, Gabe, because, we're replacing a big part of our offense with Luke Jackson being our left fielder for the past 3 or 4 years. But yeah, that was huge getting him because he helped us out so much.
He's a good hitter.
Real good hitter. Speaking of good hitters. This guy, Bobby Dixon. There's not a single fastball in the country that you can get by this guy. Well, I don't know about the changeups because.
Did you just see how hard that catcher threw the ball out? Come on.
Dude, yeah, he was a little squirrely, not gonna lie. Yeah, I do remember him. He was a little squirrely back there. Coach Grange just does everything right.
Yeah, Jim bringing up a good point. He said Gage arguably seen game 3 at Young Kids. It was, I mean.
How can you say you saved the game and won 9-1? Or was it 9-1, 10-1?
10-3.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get what he's saying because that play at the time, that play was huge.
yeah, I mean, you never know, bro. That which is
Wow, Grant, you gotta get down right there. You gotta read the first baseman.
All right, let's jump into a couple of questions here, and we have a question submitted on Instagram. Alex, why does your mom wear the orange hat?
Okay. So it's orange and black. The hat is orange and black.
Okay.
I think she got it at the state fair one year. Never worn it, and then my older brother Phil, who played at Brunswick Community College, when he went to Campbell to play baseball, obviously the hat was orange and black, and so she wore it to every single game. And in those 2 years at Campbell, they won 2 Big South championships, went to 2 regionals, and it just turned into a good luck hat for her. And so she wore it the games this year because she thought it was going to bring us a championship, and it was doing a good job. That hat has some powers. But I told her she needs to spray paint it black and gold, but I don't think that'll stand out as much. So.
Yeah, it was her trademark for sure.
Yeah, you knew when my parents were at the game because you would just see that orange hat everywhere. I would get, when they were at Campbell games, I would get Snapchats of her from all of my friends. Be like, oh, I see your mom. Oh, your mom's behind the plate. Like, yeah, I know. She's wearing that orange hat again, probably not. So that is the reasoning behind the orange hat.
So it's almost like a game of Where's Waldo?
Yeah, except Waldo's really easy to find. So.
Now, you talk about your family, and you come from a baseball family. You're the second youngest of 5. You have 3 older brothers. You mentioned your one brother who played at Campbell. Your other brother, Hank, played right here at UNCP. So what was that dynamic like to growing up in a family like that?
It was super, super competitive. Everything we did was a competition, with 3 older brothers, and me being the youngest brother, I always caught the rough end of the stick when it came to stuff like this. But, I think at the end of the day, it made us all better. It made us all competitive, played hard, and it was just fun because you always had someone to do something with. Like, if I wanted to go hit or go throw, I'd go to Henry's room, and if he said no, okay, I could just go to Phil's room. They said no, okay, I could just go to Robbie, my oldest brother. And then if he said no, my little sister played softball at the time, and she always wanted to play with us, to be one of us, like to hang out with us. And more times than not, me and her ended up throwing in the backyard and playing basketball or whatever. So it's just there's always something to do around the house.
And what was it like? Because Hank, your brother Hank, is somebody who I've gotten to know pretty well over the past year. I lived with Dale Masterson, former UNC manager, so I'd be around Hank quite a bit. And what was it like to play in college with your brother?
Oh man, it was awesome. I mean, it was awesome. Just having him around, because and Henry and Phil's senior day of high school. I thought that was going to be the last time all 3 of us were on the same team again. And when Coach Jefferson came to me as a senior in high school, with Henry already being here as a freshman, it was kind of a no-brainer. I was like, yeah, like obviously I want to go play with my brother in college. Like, how cool is that? So it was kind of an easy recruitment for Coach Jefferson, I guess. But we tried to get our other brother here, Phil. He was actually committed here for 2 days. Short commitment, but he was committed here for a short period of time. So it could have had all three of us.
Both of you guys being catchers at least some point in your career, and right now a mound visit, Alex, that being you obviously in the mound. Can you take us through what a typical mound visit might sound like?
Oh, I'm not sure I can say those words.
If you can keep it PG.
But that was actually a good one right there. I do remember that one. JMO, he pitches a lot of stressful innings, and sometimes he likes to work fast. Sometimes he likes to work too fast. So all that was just Coach O'Neill coming out there as obviously a veteran head coach, knowing what he's doing. He, trying to slow him down. He probably told him to take a deep breath and get back in line and just throw strikes. We gave him a 5-run lead, and what we need right there is, we need strikes to let our defense help him out, get some outs, so we can get back in the dugout and hit some more as he walks a batter.
Coach O'Neill really asked of us is to play more than compete. That's the expectation.
And competing, a walk is not a walk's not competitive. A batter doesn't have to do anything to get to first base. And it's one thing if you make a good pitch and they hit it and they get on first, that's fine. If you just throw 4 straight balls, they don't have to do anything to earn that. So it would probably tell them to be competitive, get back in line, and get a double play ball or something along those lines. So. But it's not all of them are that nice out there. So.
I'm just gonna get a second.
Oh, he had a chopper up the middle, and then he walked this next guy, he walked the guy on first.
I missed.
Yeah. Oh, look at that behind the plate. Trevor, watch this.
I said it.
You see me steal that? It's all about presentation. Wow. Helping my man JMO out getting a strike. What was the final score of this game? Did they score?
10-3.
Oh, so they do. They probably scored here. High target. Oh. He was trying to hit that ball like Gage. Oh, I know what happened this game. I forgot. Oh man, Trevor, were you in the dugout when Coach O'Neill asked JMO if or he told JMO that he was done or something?
I was not around.
You might have, dude. So I'll explain it. I'll explain it next time. Yeah, that was big. But I'll explain that story next time because that was funny.
That was a big.
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge. Did I put 1 or 2 outs? Can't remember.
Trevor, I have a question for you. From somebody you might know, from Haley. She wants to know why you shaved your mustache.
Oh.
Well, after everything went down, I didn't have the same stash Sip has going for him. That's not bad. I got more of like a trash stash, something. Figured I'd get rid of it.
And Trevor's an essential worker now. He has to live the part.
I'm an essential worker, so I have to be professional. Give me the thumbs.
Dude, I had zero.
Shake them out. Shake them out.
I had zero clue where that ball went. On day games like this, when I'm catching and there's a pop-up behind me, the sun is right there. And so
try coming to right field one time.
Well, so as soon as I look up, I look right into the sun. And then you know how when you look in the sun and you blink a few times, you can't really see?
Stars.
That's like that for the next few pitches. JMO, another big one right there. Look at, showing some energy behind the plate. I hear you, Big Sim. Some energy back there.
I want to see a pop fly hit today. Did I get one this game? I want to see what I look like catching that.
Oh yeah, I don't think so.
I hope it's with nobody on, and I toss it in very big league.
Trevor practiced all fall, and
It was a big league.
Yeah, that's on that? Oh, that's a bad call right there. Sealed blue, sealed umpire.
It's a big league toss. You kind of
Yeah.
look, check it, come underneath, and flick
Trevor,
it.
why don't
Our center fielder Ethan Malcolm, not a fan of it.
Trevor, why don't you get up? Why don't you get up and show them the full motion of how you throw it in?
Okay.
I think people aren't truly grasping kind of picture, paint a picture for them.
All right, so
JMO off the mound, pounds it. What a play.
I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna tuck it in my glove. I'm gonna kind of take it and flick it in like that. I'm gonna come underneath, so I'm like by my hip. And if I do it right, it's gonna come and run back warm side.
A lollipop.
Yes, I practiced it a lot during practice when I'm warming up with my rib throwing water, eating balls.
Ethan is not a fan of it.
And yeah, not a fan of it. He doesn't like it, but it's pretty big league.
You think it looks big league, Sheriff, until you hobble back into the dugout.
Yeah, until back into the dugout.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, Ethan is not a fan. He always throws it back at him like 100 miles an hour at tempo.
He does.
Trevor, you mentioned Ethan, and I know you, Ethan, and River had played club baseball together growing up, the South Charlotte Panthers. What was that like playing with them and then moving on to college with them?
Ethan was a year older than we were, but I actually done a tournament with him when we would go down to Georgia, and it was always nice. Ethan's always been a fair guy, had a lot of pop. He was a good player in high school, kept developing, and now he's, I think everybody knows what type of player around the country. Everybody knows what type of player he is. It was nice, and River, he really was on my team, and it was a lot of fun. And then I guess really coming here, it kind of the same thing with, Sim with his brothers. I knew some guys here already, good friends, so it's kind of a no-brainer.
Oh, this guy's struggling.
He's tired. Hey, this is when we gotta, we really need to step on the road.
You need to put him, Shepard.
Game 3. They're hurting. They've got to be hurting.
Shepard needs to try him out for the basketball team. Oh, Mobley, the Blazer. Right at us. That ball's hit well.
That was.
As a hitter, you can't ask for much more. Oh, do I have to hit this thing? Maybe. He's good.
Yep.
River's up.
I want to see how big Rivers, if he doesn't no.
He does, and then with 2 strikes, he'll shorten up. Like the stretch. Oh, that's not that bad right there. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Good.
I do not know what those are.
Yeah, that hurt me a little bit. Oh man. Alright, pace of play, Blue. It doesn't hurt that bad. There we go.
Say that?
Alright, Riv. Get on so I get to hit this in. Good take.
We have another Instagram question. We've talked a lot about facial hair. Who has the best stash in the team? And this is from a UNCP baseball player. You also have to guess who asked the question. Who is the
Yeah, I
best?
bet you
Facial
did.
hair
I
or
bet you
ball
did.
hair?
Best stash.
Best stash in the team.
Best stash.
I bet
Gabe
Gage
asked that question,
Hammond's asked the question.
and he has the best stash on the team. Maybe
I
Bobby
would say-
did.
I think Bobby Dixon does, but I bet you Gage asked it.
Bobby, I bet. All right, take your pick. You're going first this time. I'll take
I'm going
Bobby.
Gage. I bet Gage asked it.
All right, I'll take Bobby.
Trevor wins.
Oh,
Bobby Dixon asked it.
well, Bobby does.
Bobby's got a good stash.
Bobby does have a good stash. I'll give him that. And he worked on his for a while, way before March. Bobby
Spring
had a
training.
good one.
Working on doing spring training.
Ooh, a little blunt goose. Throw it away. All right, my turn. I'm pretty sure I think I'll walk this at that. They were scared.
Because his middle name was Jones,
Oh.
I think.
If you walk this at bat and I get up, there's a good progression. I think you know what I'm talking about. You know, this is third AB. Third AB going around.
Trevor,
Don't
it means
have
that
enough.
it means that they were pitching around me to get to you. Because they knew that I do damage and you ground out.
I mean, maybe this game, but
Look, you can see the pitcher's legs are shaking right now with me in the box.
I'll keep it to yourself.
Look at him. He doesn't want to throw to me. Ball one, not even close. Look at he's so scared of me. He might as well have just given me 4, intentionally walking me.
Alex, and when you look at your career here at UNCP, I mean, your senior year numbers were really off the charts. You're hitting 378, 6 home run, 25 RBIs, and we do have a question on your improvements this season. Alex, what a season. What did you do to get prepared for the year? Were there any approach changes at the plate?
Approach changes at the plate, not really. I just, I was a senior, and I didn't want to go out on a bad note, and I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to have a good year. I wanted to prove to people that I can play, because I had a good freshman year, and my sophomore and junior year slacked a little bit. So it was more of just a confidence thing, and the coaches sat me down in a meeting before the season, and we just kind of talked, and they're like, you're going to be our guy catching, and you and Garrett are split, but we have the confidence in you. You need to have the confidence in yourself. And so a lot of it was just believing in myself and knowing that I could have do it all along. So I just think a lot of that was a big mental change more than anything. Look at that, walking on 4 pitches to get to Trevor. He was so scared of me. Look at that.
I believe any of the people know the progression I'm going to. I mean, this is third. Like, I'm about to be over 3, so you guys just.
This is the point in the game where if we're in the dugout and Trevor gets out, you gotta get out of the dugout as fast as you can, if you know what I'm saying. There's gonna be some helmets flying, there might be a bad.
No. I was very calm.
That's the old Trevor. Look, they're putting on a first and third defense like I'm gonna steal.
Yeah, like Sip's gonna steal.
Yeah, I run an 8-second 60. I ain't going anywhere. Although I did have a bag and 2 bunt hits against Wingate. Let that be known.
First off, you can thank me for giving your RBIs. And
So what about? Oh, look at that, Trev. Oh boy.
I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm hot right now. Oh, I'm so bad.
They literally, they walked me on 4 pitches to pitch to you. Imagine walking the leadoff, or intentionally walking the 9-hole guy to get to the leadoff batter. That's
Well,
great.
you really didn't have numbers yet, so
That's true.
that now maybe mid-season, you maybe get to pitch around a little bit, but at this point, not yet.
Yeah, they did not. Man, Trev.
And you were seeing this guy well.
I think that was my last at bat off that guy. He was begging to come out.
We have another question here from Twitter. Alex, from your dad. Ask them about GBC and West Raleigh when they were 10 years old.
Oh, man! Trev!
GBC at West
No.
Raleigh.
All right, I got this. My question, Trev. I got this. This is my question, and I'll explain.
If he gets out of line, I'm gonna jump in.
Trevor, I will explain it as fairly as I know possible. All right. When me and Trevor were 10 growing up, we had no idea who each other were. I mean, we knew because we played against each other in travel ball or whatever, but we weren't like friends, like boys like we are now. So, all right. So growing up, I played for the West Raleigh All-Stars, and we were really good. But Trevor played for GBC, the Greensboro Batting Company, center. Which one is it, Trevor?
Greensboro Batting Center.
Batting center, and they were also really, really good. And so when we would meet up, we played the same tournaments every weekend, and it was as big as a rivalry as 10U baseball rivalries could get. I mean, my 10U summer, my team finished 34-0, and then I think my 9U summer, we finished 33-2, and both losses were to GBC. And I think Trevor can say that our teams were the top tier teams, not just in North Carolina, but on the East Coast. We would beat everybody except each other.
Probably the best game we played was when we were in Cooperstown.
I knew, Trevor, I'm getting there. Stop it. I will get there. There's a lot more to the story. So
I can tell that part.
all right, I'll let you tell that part. And so every weekend we would be in the same tournaments, and teams would literally drop out of the tournament when they saw us in there because they didn't want to play either one of our teams. Wow. And we played in the championship every Sunday afternoon. It'd be me, West Raleigh versus GBC, me versus Trevor. And it was just crazy because we would travel to all these different places just to end up playing each other. So we went to Cooperstown, New York to play in a tournament when we were kids. And it was like a 200-team tournament, 230-team tournament anyway. We get to the Sweet 16, and who else are we lined up to play but GBC? So we went all the way to Cooperstown, New York to play the team from Greensboro that we play all the time. And I'll let Trevor take it away here because this is his. I think he peaked at this moment. So
yeah. This was like the highlight of my little league career. Was this Sweet 16 or Elite Eight?
It was one of the two. I remember it was deep, and we'd beaten teams from California, Florida, Puerto Rico, and then we get to the finals, and we're playing a team from Greensboro that we play every weekend. We were like, what is it like? Anyway, it was just crazy.
We were playing, and I think we were down 1 going into the inning. They ended up first 2 guys. We got an out, guy got on, another out, guy got on, I came up, and they took me to visit. My dad was the coach, called me down to third base. He said, whatever happens here, because this was to get eliminated, big tournament.
It was like the 5th or 6th inning too, which you only play 6 at that time.
Yeah, like whatever happens here, just know, proud of you. We fought, and I just looked at him. I said, "Go put me the changeup here." He said, "Nah, don't think that." He said, "Always hunt the fastball. They're gonna throw me a changeup." And I kind of just started walking back. It was over first pitch. Got a changeup, walk off.
It'll walk off on that.
Like Mike Simpson and both teams were very good. It was always fun playing them.
And I was catching at the time and seeing him walk up to the plate, lefty bat. We were 2 outs away from winning or something, and it was so that's how me and Trevor, when he first got here, we kind of bonded over that. So yeah, me and Trevor have been playing against each other more than with each other for a long, long time. But those rivalry games used to get intense.
Also in the game.
The what?
You gave a top call. Hey, top.
Oh, top. Oh, top of the 5th. This is where my story from last inning. Or was it the 6th? I'm just gonna tell it just in case it is this inning. So J-Bo's throwing a good game right here. Great game. I think it was this inning where Coach O'Neill went up to him in the dugout and was like, "Hey, we're gonna turn it over to the bullpen or whatever." Or he asked if he could go another inning or something. And JMO was like feeling it. JMO was begging to go back into the game. And so Coach O'Neill trusted him and was like, yeah, sure. He's like, all right, well, you get the next inning or whatever. And then he walks a guy. And I think with 2 outs in this inning, they hit like a 3-run home run or something. Or the next inning, they hit a 3-run jack. And that's the last time Coach O'Neill ever listened to JMO about going back into a game. Coach O'Neill should have just trusted himself. Oh, another good move by JMO. But I just remember listening to that conversation and then seeing the ball leave the yard, and I was like, wow, JMO, if you're going to beg for it, you gotta finish it.
You should have brought in my brother Ricky. He's good at fastball. 2 tanks, and that was fast and faster.
That's another thing that this team enjoyed. Trevor and Tanner Ruth have these alter egos. The Rick and Rob brothers from Randleman, North Carolina. They would talk like that for literally all practice to each other, and they became a staple to this team.
And we can come up with pretty much any story on the fly. We both feed off each other, and it always seems to go pretty good.
Oh, and then he hit a guy. Yeah, no, this inning. Oh, JMO. I think it was that dude that we were talking about earlier. There were 2 outs in the inning. It wasn't this guy. Oh, a little talk from Mobs. That happened a lot this year. I was never a part of that. I never know what Mobs said to him. Would say to him. Mobs swears he knows a lot about pitching though.
We've been talking since well, Bob's gonna be next year. We got a question?
We have another question here from Instagram. A big thank you to UNCP Director of Fan Engagement, Jen Smith, for sending all these over to me. Who do y'all think would have been PBC Player of the Year?
I know who asked it.
It was a.
Whoa, wait, is that the home run?
Go back.
Oh, good catch, Ethan.
That's good chatter, and Ethan's also good out there.
That's a good catch out there.
Ooh, he hit that ball well.
I think I'm saying he didn't tag up or something. I don't know, but this kid right here, number 10, goes hard to right center, just like that. PBC Player of the Year, though, it's up there. I bet you that Coach Cooper at Collins asked that question. Because I was lobbying for myself, but more of a joker. Box
asked it.
Yeah, I knew it was one of them.
No, I was on pace. In the next 2 weeks, I was on pace to have 6 home runs.
I was on. Well, there's really no telling what would have happened if I would have got to play the rest of the year. I'm probably just gonna go make a makeshift PBC Player of the Year award and put it in my own.
Central Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Central Florida.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm actually. You know what? I'm claiming Player of the Year. I said it. It happens. Player of the Year is doing Player of the Year things. Look, JMO getting behind him, and now he's gonna. This dude was massive. Trev, you remember this dude? He was a big dude. JMO's about to give up a bomb right here.
I think Dalton Stewart was his name.
Make it a 2-run game. Oh, good pitch. Oh, I think I have to change locations. My phone's about to die. Let me get a charger real quick.
I'm still begging for a fly ball. I just want to see what I look like in one.
I'll take Trevor. It ain't good. It ain't what you think it is. Alright, I got my new location. Ow! Just banged my knee on the table. He would probably have a lot of pitches because Barrier.
Oh,
Trev, what kind of effort was that, Trev?
it was a home run. What do you want me to do?
What, dude? You just put your glove over the fence. You didn't jump or anything.
Because I wasn't at the fence. What do you want me to do there?
What are you talking about? Either give it a courtesy jog and don't do anything, or try to Spider-Man climb.
I guess next time the ball's hit, I'm just that's gone. I'm just gonna stand here and not run at all.
Well, if it's gone, it doesn't matter.
I don't show up our pitchers.
That's fair.
You gotta run after everyone.
Speaking of showing up pitchers, did you go chase after that ball that Darren gave up to the Chawan that day?
I still gave it a run. The ball's hit.
That ball was hit up. Oh, we have a miscommunication here with the wristband. I remember that. He wanted to. Yeah, no, that's bad. We had some wristband difficulties, technical difficulties to begin the year.
Ooh.
He was trying to do too much. You got to stay in your approach.
He was not trying to do too much there. That was just ass.
Just a bad swing.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna do any type of damage.
That one.
Ooh, he's not even close.
Gotta take his sword away before he hurts somebody. Like, he's like, oh my god, he's an outlaw, dude.
Put it in here so he can get the dugout.
Yeah, this should be the easiest 3-pitch K you want to see. Oh, good block though. Yeah, those are some brutal first swings. Put them away for us. Elevated fastball, that's a good spot.
As two guys who at points in their careers moved away from catching, do you guys miss catching at all? Because I know that it's one of those positions that you are involved in every single pitch, more so than I guess besides the pitcher or anyone else in the field.
Catching is very physically demanding.
I'll be honest with you. I think if I got back there, I'd disintegrate by like the fourth inning.
Trevor does not miss catching at all.
I think I would disintegrate.
It's very physically demanding. I like catching. I like being involved in every play.
Dude, it's a lot. It's nice being involved.
But I will also agree that it was very nice to be a third baseman for a few weeks. That was fun. Don't have to catch as many bullpens. You know, it was fun. It was fun to play third.
We can miss it. Everybody's mad.
Yeah, Jim was mad. But the boy, he's talking to himself. Oh my god, dude. Get it together, Five.
We have a question from UNCP Assistant AD for Compliance, Christina Chow. She wants to know, what are your favorite wing flavors?
Favorite wing players. She used to come to Arnold's all the time. When I used to be a waiter there, they used to come, her and her husband and kids used to come in there. I'm trying to remember what their order was. They always got the tater tot tower or cheese fries though, I do remember that.
Everything is definitely mild.
They would always get sweet teas. But yeah. God, what wings did they get?
What's your favorite flavor?
I know, but now it's annoying me that I can't think of the wings they got. I like just mild barbecue. I'm very plain. Nothing spicy. I'm a baby when it comes to spicy foods.
Yeah.
But yeah, mild, spicy, Parmesan, garlic Parmesan. I like that too.
I've tried that, but I've heard that flavor is good.
Man, I haven't had wings in forever. That sounds good.
Trevor, you said mild's your favorite?
But no matter what, you gotta have.
Oh,
I don't trust people that like blue cheese. I'm a ranch guy.
Ranch. Yes.
I also it was maybe, I can't remember if it was during the beginning of the season or in the fall. I tried going vegan. That lasted for 3 days.
3 days.
I respect it.
Hey, alright, here's a real embarrassing moment. I thought eggs were like a meat or a protein. I don't know why, but I basically went vegan for like 2 months because all I ate was like eggs and stuff.
I don't think eggs count as vegan.
Yeah, no, it was we were in, Trevor, do you remember that conversation? We were in Flagler, I think, and your mom was driving us to Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah, yes.
Well,
Man, that fired me up. A pre-game workout. Planet Fitness setting off lung alarms.
yeah, another PVC stat, Trevor leads the Peach Belt, possibly the NCAA, in setting off the lunk alarm at Planet Fitnesses across the Southeast.
And it's simply due, it's not even due to dropping the weights. It's simply due to showing people that I am lifting and grunting.
And but the thing is, when it goes off,
A grunt would let off the lung alarm, but it did go off and I blamed it on a group of people.
he blames it on a,
Sit down, ball.
he gets very, that's fair ball.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Hustle doubles, gotta love it. But yeah, Trevor's not scared to set off the lunk alarm and then blame it on a group of moms working out, so.
That's right.
I do want to say also, as we talk about wings, Wingco is open for both pickup and delivery for anyone who is currently craving wings.
Hey, I'm gonna say, let's give this a try. Let's actually try commentating.
Let's hear
Let's try it. So Gage,
How does it work? There's a lead guy, there's like a color commentator and then a lead guy?
it. Yeah, so just play by play in color.
roll it and I'll do the counts and stuff like that. And you
I do the action.
Yeah. Let's try it. So nobody out, lead off double. So after the lead off double by Ethan Walker, now stepping into the Braves for 8 Gage Hannes.
Gage, a transfer from Southeastern Community College, was an All-American there, actually.
It was. After that, Gage took one deep over the left wall. Let's see if he can do the same here. Pitcher's getting his sign.
Ethan with a strong lead off the second. He's squaring on the block for some reason. And he takes strike one.
Okay, short one.
Trevor, what are your thoughts on that as a baseball player after you hit a ball quite literally 500 feet, squaring around the bunt on your next at bat?
You know, it's all about what the team needs from you there, Alex. I mean, I'm a firm believer. You know, get the job done here, man. It's simply gets the job done here, and I'm curious to see if he's gonna square around again.
A steady one.
I believe he's
Okay.
going to.
Uh-oh.
He's swinging. That ball struck.
Ethan back to tag to throw in quickly and he'll stay a second.
See there, Alex. That's just. I am a fan of the play. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. Just the little aspects of the game.
Small ball.
Small ball. Good.
As Bobby Dixon steps to the plate, the DH that will never see the field.
Dixon just missed one his last AB.
Looking to try and get on top and drive one out of here if he can. Although the right side of the field is opened up, and Shepard's playing another shift.
And John comes set.
The
And
delivery.
the pitch is taken for strike one. A nice breaking ball there by number 30.
Started the last two batters off both with a curveball. Do you think they double up just like they did to Gage with another curveball here, Bobby?
Seems to have a feel for that pitch. And, you know, Bobby Dixon is known for being able to get to the fastball. So it would not surprise me to see.
Oh, and they throw on a fastball, and Bobby was a millimeter away from that he got one. He almost crushed that baseball.
I believe that was Jared Mobley that just gave her a very professional handed to the umpire versus let's see if that maybe gets him a call next, AB.
Yeah, that's something to look out for, Trev, for sure. As an 0-2 count, the 0-2 pitch the ball. Ooh, an inside move.
And the pitcher must have thought something was going on there. Ethan Volcom, so far this year, although this is the first series, does not have any stolen bases. Although last year he did have 11, and he is capable of stealing third. We have seen it.
No, Trevor, you know he's reckless because he's wearing his leg guard on his forearm. Not sure what that's all about, but
He's
curveball.
And a swing on this one.
The Braves failing to capitalize so far on the leadoff double by Walker. See if Granger can get a 2-out hit. 2-out RBI to get you to heaven. That's what they say.
Connor Granger now stepping into the plate. Connor Granger has been a solid player for the Braves over the course of his career.
Clears out the box, gets steps into the plate. You think he will triple up on the first pitch curveball here?
For the second inning, yeah.
And the pitcher
It is a
set. Alex, he seems to have a good feel for that pitch. Are you thinking that he believes the Braves are sitting on his fastball?
You know, he started off with the last 3 batters with 3 straight curveballs. So if I'm in on deck circle or in the hole, I might be sitting first pitch curveball and be ready to hit it. As he's now back-to-back batters, he's gone curveball and straight to the fastball on the 0-1 count.
Same sequence, back-to-back batters.
And the sequences are starting to repeat themselves. And this is usually the point in the game where the Braves pick up on those tendencies and those sequences, and they really start putting a barrel to the baseball. It'll be interesting to see how this game closes out. As the Braves only have 5 runs, I would expect them to double that by the end of the game.
And the pitcher comes set. The 1-1 pitch is about to be delivered. Ball from hopping around at second, and it's a swing. Foul ball. And
Coach Jefferson keeps the ball in front.
you know, Alex, I would still like to see, left to center, come up to the midline and stick with the road. I'm not as much of a fan as retreating from the ball versus attacking the baseball.
I would like to see, I said this earlier, but I would like to see his fielding percentage as a third base coach.
And we now have this, Simpson is here, right behind home plate, and a swing and a miss.
So orange hat, yes, that is my mom, Heather Simpson. And that will take us to the top of the 6th. Braves clinging on to a 2-run lead.
Was it bad?
That was a phenomenal job.
Thank you. So this is when Darren came in, dude, I think.
And we got Cody. Is it one of those things, brothers? Is it
I think it's Darren.
Oladipo?
Dude, I can't tell you how scared I was this game when Darren came in.
Darren's a
Was that your first time catching?
I know. I mean, I called him off ball, but, as a true freshman in a close game like this, it's really a coin toss. I've seen, Darren does come in here and shove, though. I do remember that. He was shoving. I think he had like 4 or 5 Ks in 2 innings.
Darren's a
Yeah, but when you've been around college baseball enough, you know that when a true freshman steps on the field, there's really no telling what's going to happen, especially as a pitcher. All eyes on you. You kind of flip a coin and see what's happening. Darren's coin flipped head side up, and he played a big part of this game. I mean, he was throwing some BBs right to my mitt. So that was fun. That was fun to catch when he's throwing like that.
So we are, about midway through this, a little bit past midway through this game. Again, for all of you who are watching, you can submit questions on our social media pages at UNCP_sports. We've had some really good questions so far, and I guess we'll throw one more out here now for Alex. Now, Trevor, this is your redshirt junior year, correct? This past season. And Alex, this was your senior season, so somebody asked, have you thought at all about next year's eligibility, the possibility of returning?
Yeah, I have thought about it. It's kind of a tough situation. I think it's great that the NCAA gave eligibility back. I think everyone deserves that. But there's more to it than a lot of people see. Like for everyone graduating that we're planning on getting a master's degree, everyone that have jobs lined up, opportunities that they can't really pass up on. It's tough because if it was strictly about baseball, obviously everyone would be back. But you got to think it's another year of rent, another year of tuition, another year of classes that you don't really need if you're graduating. So there's just a lot more to it. Putting your life on hold for another year, like if you have jobs and opportunities lined up, you can't really tell those employers to wait for you. So I think it's great that they did it. I think it was a no-brainer decision that they should have given everyone a year back. But I'll just be interested to see across the country how many seniors take it, how many seniors, are choosing to, start the next chapter in their life. So it's just an unfortunate situation all around that we even have to make that decision, so. Yeah.
Losing,
What do you think, Greg?
losing some guys as far as, I guess we lose a key component with our utility guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a tough situation all around.
Braves will do that.
Yeah. No doubt. Oh, good fake toss for first.
Question a lot of people. Some unexpected stuff's crazy.
Who prepares for a world pandemic like this?
Right.
Yeah.
As we said before, the day before everything really started with sports, you guys were playing Wingate and beating them on the road and didn't think this would even necessarily be a possibility. So it all happened so fast.
Oh yeah, it happened real fast. 1 minute we're on the way home from Wingate celebrating a good win against a quality opponent, and then the next day we're cleaning out a locker. It was just a weird feeling all around seeing, because we were on spring break at the time, so it was just a weird time.
How'd you guys find out?
The boys were buzzing.
The boys were buzzing. They were buzzing. We were going to be all right. We were going to finish that year strong. But, it just wasn't in the plans, so.
How'd you guys find out?
So, after practice that day, Coach O'Neill talked to us. But at that point, all we knew was just that weekend series was canceled against Georgia College. So, but we kind of figured that the season would be canceled. But at that point, after that practice, all we knew was that Georgia College, that was the only series canceled, that they were going to have was going to have a meeting and talk about it. And then Monday came around and the PFL announced their decision to cancel the season. And then that was it. We had one more meeting where Coach O'Neill tried to explain it to us and give us answers to questions that we had and to kind of tell us what was going to happen from here on forward, here on out. And it was just tough. Cause that was going to be a big series for us. Georgia College, they were third. I think we were second. We were both chasing Columbus State, who we dropped two games to earlier in the year, so we had to make up that ground. We were going to Georgia College. They're always a quality opponent. They've always given us a tough time. But we were so confident in our game at that time that we were a runaway freight train, and that no one was going to be able to beat us. So we were confident that we were going to go down there and take at least 2 out of 3, if not sweep, and put ourselves back in a position to win the regular season. It was just kind of a gut punch. that it all happened so quick like that. Like I said, we were getting ready to, like my bags were packed. I packed my bags before practice to get on the bus that Friday morning to go to Georgia College, and then Thursday afternoon, I gotta unpack all my bags again and like clean out my locker for the last time as a senior. And I was like, well, you know, it kind of all happened so fast. You can't, you know, it took a while for it to really process and hit. So,
Trevor, are you still there? Looks like his screen went off momentarily.
Darren learned a lesson right there on that curveball. Tried hopping off the mound with 2 strikes. You gotta make sure, buddy. There it is. Just pump fastball by him. Oh boy, Darren. Man, that was such a big performance from Darren too. That was huge. Because at the time it was a 2-run game.
Were you surprised to see that out of him?
Trevor just texted me said his computer died. He's getting a charger and coming back. No, I wasn't surprised to see that. Darren had a really good fall. And like, he was just, I mean, we all knew he was going to pitch for us. We knew he was going to be good for us. He'll probably be a weekend guy here in the next year or two. I mean, we all saw it, that he has the potential to be good, and we knew he was going to pitch, but just to see him come out like that and really shut it down from the bullpen as a true freshman, showed us older guys a lot. As far as like, you know, like he rose up to the occasion and shoved, and it was big for us. So it was big for us.
There's Trevor.
Yes, evening.
Yes, sir.
I wish we did.
I'm gonna make some adjustments to my seating arrangements here.
That's all right. I did that earlier. Gotta take some preparations.
Oh, I'm in a shape.
What is that? See, what are you doing?
Oh, trigger.
Is not a better setup for me?
A gaming chair.
Gaming chair.
After this. There we go. Oh. What I missed also. Anything cool?
We were talking about Darren. He asked if I expected it out of Darren to like come in like that. I was like, yeah. I mean, he had a really good fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. But
There's a huge addition to the entire program. You got to bright people.
yeah, we give him a hard time, but he really helped us a lot this year, and he will help in the future. Ooh. All right, Mobley's up.
Go, Jarrett.
I think that means I'm hitting this inning. Was DeMarvin bat 6 or 7? I don't know.
You said Mobley or Bobby?
Mobley.
He's 6.
Batted 6 in this one.
6 again, so 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need something to get on my head this time. I had a single this at bat. Man, that thing is hanging up there. That curveball just. Umpire with a quality clean of the plate with the kicks.
And I was, just going to point that out. I'm just a little.
Yeah, maybe getting the brush up.
I'm here with the brush.
Yeah. Mobley somehow got on top of that ball.
And get on top of it.
You guys both being from North Carolina, and most of the players on your team being from North Carolina, it's a state that's known as a basketball state, but a ton of baseball talent to come out of the state as well. Do you feel like North Carolina is maybe a little, I don't know, disrespected or underrated when it comes to its baseball talent?
I would not say that. That ball's
Called it well. Yeah.
good. But I would not say underrated. I believe, firmly believe North Carolina is up there and definitely the top 4 states in my opinion. Got,
Yeah, I think we just,
Texas, and I guess California and North Carolina.
yeah, I think we just, I mean, if you just look at the MLB right now, we got, let's see, Madison Bumgarner, the Seager brothers, Brian Goodwin of the Angels. Shout out B. Goody. There's a bunch of guys that are out there, like at the top tier major league level. And then there's a bunch of guys that I know in the minor league system that will be in the major league level. I think North Carolina is just like, as far as people looking at our talent, people will probably just think of us as, when people think of North Carolina, they're probably like, oh, just, right in the middle, it's kind of average, whatever. I feel like that's what they think about our baseball until they see the talent produced and they see the talent level that North Carolina has, and I think it takes a lot of people by surprise. So. Oh, Goose getting into one. Oh. Dude, that ball looked like it was hit 1,000 feet. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh man. This is going to be a laser beam up the middle, probably. Really just staying on top right here.
The sleeve slap and then the wrist guard in the back. Okay, absolutely.
Trevor, did you get a hit this game?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Does it comment right here or not?
I do not know.
Because you're going to hit, because I hit a single right here. He tried to throw that fastball again.
Alex, do you remember your stat line from this one? Let's hear it.
No comparison.
30 for 30.
Remembers his stat lines for every single game.
I do. I think a lot of us do, though. Baseball players have the best memories. Baseball players have the best memories. It was 30 for 30, a home run, double, single. I think I had 4 RBIs.
How many walks?
And 1 ball. Look at that. Holy crap.
How many times did you score?
Dude, I think I scored once. I don't think I scored after my double and 8. Did
You
I?
scored twice.
Your home run.
You forgot your home run.
It happens.
I could hear my walls up. Hey, I've also seen UNCP Sports doing a softball, baseball, walk-up comparison.
Yes, and that was something I was going to ask you guys about. Let's hear it.
I was winning in my vote. I was up like 10%. I mean, I would go up against almost anybody with the Friday, Sunday walk-up.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure I won against Caitlin. The last time I checked, I was up by like 40%. I'm pretty sure I won.
What are your walk-up songs?
I had T.I. I'm Back and Kelly Price Migos. Migos, Kelly Price. Whatever. But Trevor had the John Wall. That
was great, yeah.
John Wall, Gangsta Nation.
Wow, you're such a gangster, Trevor.
Alex won his.
Yeah.
Let's see where.
So Alex won his rounds. We were checking the total on Trevor's.
Because mine's way better.
Hey, you see this dude behind the
That's all.
behind the waving his hands in the red?
Showing somebody's at the game.
Okay. I was like, was he waving to the pitcher?
Trevor.
Oh, he's talking to Goose. He's telling Goose to expand. I think. I don't know what he's doing.
I see the famous orange hat as well.
The what?
The famous hat.
Oh yeah, you'll see that everywhere.
Trevor, you lost by 2%.
Trevor
By
lost.
2%.
Heartbreaker by 2%.
Oh, that's fun.
What was the walk-up on ball?
The total number of votes were you had 136 and Lauren Hilborn had 144. So an 8-vote difference.
What were my votes?
I should have put them on. Good change up, kid.
always a good thing. But
Let's see.
You said baseball did win though, right?
Yes, baseball did win total of 7-5.
all right.
That's incredible, because I had the best.
Baseball, the overall win in
Probably-
the walk-up challenge.
He was third base, yeah.
But coming up this week, we're gonna continue the bracket.
Coming up this week, we will be continuing the bracket on our Instagram page, right?
All right.
So Instagram stories. So make sure to vote on that. And again,
I'll
you
be
can find
posting
us
that.
at UNCP_sports.
Alex, you won 63% to 37.
Wow.
Blowout. All right.
So sorry, Trevor, you're out.
Yeah, that's right.
Incredible, because I had the best walk-up on the baseball team.
Whoa, wait a minute. No, you
Your
don't.
TI, what's your TI? Stuff is a habit?
I'm back.
And then Kelly Price, that's like,
John.
It was good. Well, funny thing about my walk-ups is that they actually, in the game, they started, Mika's one was starting at the wrong spot of where I wanted it. But
starters and movement.
Trevor with classic Trev, little 6-hole. But so my walk-up songs were starting in the wrong spot, and they didn't even really make sense. But I was hitting well, so I just didn't change it. I think baseball players are really superstitious, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it ride. I don't care.
Bull's over here taking credit for that.
Yeah, Bull, thanks for the great season I had. That's awesome. You understood that the part I wanted didn't have any hits in it, and you gave me the one with all the hits in it. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Oh man, anytime you can get this guy up with runners on base, it's a good situation to be in.
This big fellow was actually in playoff.
Man, look at that guy on second.
Ooh,
That number 32 right there.
he was on that.
He's
What type of look you have on? That's a bad.
It was
3-4. It's like a. I mean, I don't know.
So I'm wearing a sleeve under my 3/4 of my right arm because my right arm literally felt like it was being held on by a string. So I figured if I could compress it enough, I won't feel it. But I did end up switching to just the arm sleeve and wrist tape, which is a good look, I think. Wrist tape on the left, on the glove hand. Look at me, they're holding me on I do remember that, because I thought I was scoring. I was like, oh, I'll just single up the middle, and then that guy was right there, because they're playing that shit. Okay, I have to take a bathroom break. I apologize, I'll be right back.
So Trevor, I'll leave this question for you. The floor is yours right now. Who is the better Mario Kart player?
Not for me. I quit playing for 2.5 years. I went to retirement, and he played on a consistent basis, and went over there to beat him twice in a row. He did
Wow.
So it is definitely me. And I mean, when it comes to that Mario Kart, I excel pretty well.
Do you have a preferred driver?
Oh yes, Peach.
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 Do you play other games?
It's more on the
Any video games, any system.
Yes. I play the show. I play the current. I play a lot of that, and play some Call of Duty. Video games that's kind of my. Maybe the best Call of Duty player on the team as well. Who's better than me at Call of Duty?
I don't know. I don't play Call of Duty. I know it's not you.
And I was just saying while you were gone that I better do that for you because
I was just about to ask who you said for that. I heard the question. I want to know what you said.
I said I retired for 2 years and came over and played both games.
No, we can agree on though, Trevor. Is that Dale cheats?
Dale Masterson, former Brave baseball player, does cheat.
He takes shortcuts, and we say no shortcuts. It's part of the rules, and he does it anyway. He's a cheater. Doesn't play the rules. I have gotten significantly better at Mario Kart. I used to be really bad. I've gotten better.
Who's your driver?
Who's your driver?
My driver is always, I call him Drift King, but it's Donkey Kong DK.
Exactly what that he's not very good.
Call him Drift King though.
Hey Alex, just making sure you're staying healthy. Do you wash your hands for 20 seconds?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, 100%.
Good.
Got to. It's the key to success, yeah. This is the point of the game, the 7th, 8th inning, where when you're catching, you're just like, man, I need this to just end. Trevor, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't really get that tired. I'm getting tired. Double headers though.
Is this an 8?
I feel bad for getting that.
Oh yeah, no, that must have sucked.
For G this year.
Dude, Garrett had to do that a couple times this year, yeah. Yeah, that's tough. He's a trooper though. Those bullpen days prepared us for it. Huh?
We talked about the weather a little bit earlier. This was, I think, 59 degrees with a 14-mile-per-hour wind. What is the coldest game you guys have ever played in?
I don't.
It's against the rules. I mean, if you wear sleeves, it's kind of not.
I don't remember.
Can't wear sleeves.
No, you can wear sleeves.
No, you can't. And being cold is, in all seriousness, being cold is a mindset. And this guy's coming my way. I'm sorry I keep stopping, but this guy keeps coming my way.
You can wear sleeves, and I don't really remember any of. I don't remember cold games really, but I remember cold practices. Some cold practices are brutal. Some of the worst. You gotta wear a beanie, wear jackets all the time. You're outside.
Sim wears a toboggan that he keeps in the bottom of his fat bag with dirt and everything. It's got holes all in it. It's like half a toboggan.
I moved it to my locker.
It's like half a toboggan. He poured it out one day after it set in the bag for like 2.5 years and worked like 3.
That's because I underestimated the weather. It was the last chance, and I'm glad I was there. As nasty as it might have been, I was glad I was there because I underestimated the wind and the weather, and I couldn't go back in the locker room to get my other one. So, sometimes you gotta do what you do when you're up against the wall in a pressure situation like that. I chose to keep my ear warm. I'm not gonna apologize for that.
I mean, I don't remember many cold games, but definitely some cold practice.
It was kind of a mild preseason this year. Or preseason, but a mild start of the season.
Hardly.
And I thought it was going to be really bad because we started in January. Our first game was January 31st. And I was like, oh my, we have to go through all of February. But it wasn't bad at all this year, especially when you're running around like this. Like I said earlier, I see people in scarves and hats and all that back there, and I was just sweating profusely behind the plate. I don't know, I thought it felt good.
You guys had that Young Harris series where I think they postponed a game or two because it was too cold, actually.
Oh, yeah. We think the Friday game.
Friday game.
Thank God we didn't have to play that. It was supposed to be like 30-mile-an-hour winds and like 28 degrees or something Friday night when we were supposed to play. It would have been miserable. So that's when we ended up playing a doubleheader Saturday. And Saturday night it got cold.
The dudes make that play that was smoke down the line. Did you just see dudes make that play that was smoke down the line?
I did. Dude, he's smooth over there.
Yeah, that was good.
Yo, wasn't this that game he made that play at the end of the game? See ya. Yeah, it's like.
Begging for a wall.
Yeah, they don't want to hit against Big D. And Bass comes in. Boy, it was fun watching Bass pitch this year.
On the topic of video games, now that he has checked out from this game that we were watching, Jacob Morrison did submit a question. Who, besides Alex, who is the best MLB The Show player?
Alex?
They're inferring that I'm the best at the MLB The Show.
Besides Alex.
Well, I have not played still.
Is that the reputation? They're the best of the team?
100%. It's really not even close.
I don't know who he played.
I'll tell you what. No, I do have an answer for this. Roberto Rivera. He.
Before I got PlayStation, I know what he's doing.
I thought I was really good. Oh, Trevor, I forgot about that story, but since you said that, I have that story too. I thought I was really good at MLB The Show, and then I played Roberto one time, and he beat me like 13-0, and I was just thoroughly embarrassed. But not as embarrassing as the conference tournament my freshman year, and Trevor and Roberto were playing, and Roberto threw a perfect game against Trevor in the hotel.
I ever played the show, and all that was time.
Yeah, okay, Trev.
Wow, perfect game.
Yeah, it was, I still have the video, it comes up every now and then. But it was impressive to see that. Roberto's really good.
By any chance?
Game looked pretty good too.
Do you guys ever play NCAA football by any chance?
Oh yeah, when I was a kid. I wish I would make those.
That's my game. You could ask Dale. I played Dale quite a bit, and he didn't have much success. Put it that way.
Was Dale trying to cheat also in that?
No, I mean I don't know if he could figure out a way to cheat. Although
Hey, Dale will find a way. He does the Mario part.
If there's a way to cheat, Dale Masterson will do it. In a video.
I might have to shoot him a text right now about all these accusations that he's receiving.
Shoot him a text and say he's getting accused of being the biggest cheater of all time.
Oh man. Bottom 7. Oh, it's 2 out there.
Is he supposed to some base down back there?
Dude. They got a new catcher, didn't they? They put a new catcher back in there? He was kind of all over the place. Dude. Guy's tall, this pitcher. You think he would throw a little bit harder? Gage ripping one of them. Oh! I forgot they had 8 fielders over there. I mean, they just keep the right fielder and first baseman over there. Dude, he hit that. I was like, dang, that's for sure he hit.
Hey, Trevor, not a question, but a request for you. Nana wants to see you do the whoa.
Your second base dance.
Your second base dance, apparently.
Nana.
Just because it's Nana, that's I'll put it around there where it's just right there. Just gotta sit down, come around.
That is so bad.
Come around.
That's so bad. You did Bobby trying to lean in.
He did try to lean in.
And then they called it a strike.
He was trying.
I was talking to Bobby earlier today, and he said, I'm so glad they picked the game and went over 4 with 3 Ks. Bobby was not happy with the game selection. Oh man, that was funny. He tried to lean into it and called it a strike. He was begging to get on first. Dude.
I have to say, Bobby did a phenomenal job as an actor in our season preview video,
I saw that.
the UNCP video.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know Bobby had it in him.
Nobody was expecting that.
None of us thought he was going to do well. We thought y'all were going to be up there all night and
No.
messing up the lines or something. None of us thought he was going to do well, but he did do well right there. Also, Trevor, I don't know if you saw that, but Coach Jefferson straight up just missed a ground ball.
A nice spot going to get it though.
Yeah, but that's kind of like a consolation prize.
I want to do, let's keep our eye on after this inning, Coach Pierce brought back to the first base dugout, and I'm going to critique him because he's giving minimal effort right now. I mean, that ball, where's that ball?
If it's in the air, that side of the field, Trev, it's being caught. If it's not a home run. They put everyone over there.
We have a response from Dale to these allegations. Now, he did not address the allegations, but he did say, Trevor or Alex have not beaten me in a single game, and the only people to beat me in Pembroke were J-Mo and Steak.
It's absolutely, but it's also very tough to beat him.
When he cheats.
We play the game here. If a guy's cheating and taking shortcuts and can't handle the game,
that's a good. Dale does bring up a good point though. Steak was the best Mario Kart player I've ever seen. He played it the right way too.
Yep, he did. Me and Steak played it a lot. I prepped me for my direction.
He wanted that one.
Sure. Good, an easy take there, Bobby. That
What do you mean an easy take? Bobby's takes are so on his front foot. He just gets so amped up for a fastball.
Dale said that he does not cheat.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's his word versus ours.
Yeah, we gotta stop with him. We're gonna call him a cheater and a liar. We'll say.
I would hate to call him a liar and a cheater on national television. I agree. That would be wrong of us to do that. So.
We might have to do a live broadcast of a Mario Kart race.
I'll create a Twitch. Is that Twitch?
Twitch.
The streamer?
Twitch.
I'll do it. Well, Dale's not here.
We need Dale to return to Pembroke.
We have the time to make it.
We do need Dale to return to Pembroke because he left his Nintendo 64 here that I still have. So.
Yeah, he left a lot of stuff. PS3 is still down here too. So.
Wow, Dale left it all. You got out of Dodge. So Bass close the game out, or does someone else turn it in? I think Bass closes it.
He does.
Bass is probably good. Bass works. I remember Austin Bass's first bullpen ever, and he's just this big kid. If y'all know who Austin Bass is, probably like 6'4", 280, 290, just a absolute unit. And he gets on the mound, throws his first bullpen, and he probably threw 30 pitches in maybe not even 5 minutes. I mean, he worked so fast that I was out of breath behind the plate trying to catch up to him. And it caught me by surprise, but I don't know. But in the game, it's so much fun because he throws darts, right? I don't even have to move my gloves sometimes. Those are fun guys to catch.
Trevor. This inning, you can't fly ball for 9.
They're scared, you know you're capable of.
That's fine. Did you see the draw?
Yeah, 0 effort. I mean,
0 effort, legs kind of locked out. Like it was more of a speed ball.
Claims to be the best first base coach in the Peach Belt, yet gives that kind of effort on the trot.
And it's on his, his Twitter picture, it is a picture of him giving a full effort threat to murder. So
I saw that video the other day.
yes,
Just wondering where that effort is. Are we not good enough that he doesn't give us that kind of effort? It makes you ask those tough questions.
I have a couple of food-related questions here for you. First one is from Coach Jefferson. Can we get Alex Simpson to give his opinion on who has the best hamburgers from restaurants that we eat at, and how does he like his burger cooked?
Outback Steakhouse, medium rare. I did that one time as a freshman, and let's just say it did not end well. And it's the last time I ever got a burger medium rare. So that's good. That's funny.
And a follow-up on that for both of you. We'll start with Trevor. This is an age-old question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
hot dogs absolutely not.
Okay, see, it's funny you asked that, because I was thinking about this the other day when I was making hot dogs. And
That sounds so good.
So just really giving up on your diet first of all. I get like you see these Snapchats and post your Snap stories of Leo running with you, but
I run.
have you quit on your diet?
No. Sometimes I eat hot dogs, Trev.
Are these raw ones?
What?
Are these the ones you pull?
Oh, yeah, I just eat them. Anyway, Trev, that's not the point of the question. So, who is this? Is this? Oh, this is Mayhew, 5th year. Man, he's throwing his last bullets right there. Back when he was healthy, Trev. But anyway, back to the question. I think it is a sandwich because isn't a sandwich by definition just like any type of like lunch meat or meat between two pieces of bread? And so that's kind of what a hot dog is.
Yes. Thank you.
I think you're welcome. I thought about that a lot the other day. And I was thinking, whatever.
I have some breaking news here, live into the broadcast. Dale Masterson will be back in town on Thursday, and he said that he is ready to hand out loss after loss after loss live on UNCP's website.
Okay, alright, there it is. Then you guys can see firsthand of his cheating behaviors.
What are his balls to eat then?
Trev, I see you over there trying to get on camera though. You're running.
I'm trying to get my face up.
Yeah. Jake Mayhew, when he was healthy, what a guy. Wow, so Thursday we have a big competition Thursday. I need to make note of that.
It actually probably would play in Dale's favor a UNCP.
Yeah, Dale would be more honest and more ethical about his competition.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're bigger. I'm thinking of doing a dual camera stream. One camera on us, and one on the TV. That way it can be fair for everybody. So that way he knows that there's a camera on him. I think it's the only real way to stop him.
I will not use player 3 Gray Remote because it's for the analog stick.
Well, I have dibs on the green remote every single time, so. Just waiting for Jake to throw this curveball. Ooh, a changeup. Dude, that's right on right.
He seems like living the fingers.
Just right on right changeups are so tough.
This is a kid that played close last year.
Yeah, he probably won't be close this one year. Oh, Sim, bringing it back into the zone.
But you dropped the whole baseball. You should not have.
I was working hard. I didn't drop it. It was on the transition. It was on the exchange. Oh, I thought I got that one too. Catching bass is the best because those curveballs go straight up and down, and I can just catch them deep. They're my favorite pitch to catch. Oh, we just got a text from Box said that he wants in on the Mario Kart competition. So oh, well, Trev, you actually
Ball's hammered.
Gage. Making it look routine out there.
Everybody in the outfield has got a ball butt pitch.
Because they're scared, they didn't want to hit it to you. They knew it was going to be caught. Isaiah and Spence, those are the biggest hype men I think I've seen in my 4 years here. And at Young Harris, they started making raps while we were hitting what we were doing.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very impressive when you're trying to hit and all you hear two freshmen from the dugout screaming out this rap that they made on the fly. It was very impressive. I think one time I even stepped out because I was like, wait a minute, that's awesome. But
Actually, some fireworks.
those two are big blue guys. Big for team chemistry. I'm glad they were a part of it this year. They were big. I used to pitch with club the whole year too, so I kind of needed them there. Bottom of the 8th, this is another 4-run inning, right?
This has to be.
That is correct.
Oh yeah, it has to be us. Yeah. Yeah, I hit a double this inning.
Again, a big thank you to all of you who are joining us right now on the UNCP Sports Network. John Gross, we have Alex Simpson on the left, Trevor Clemens on the right screen. The screens kind of flop back and forth, but just know that Alex is the one with the American flag behind him. That's easy way. And the mustache. And the mustache.
Yeah, and the sick mustache. There you go.
Which Trevor did have until recently. And again, you can submit questions to the two of them on our social media platforms. And while you're doing it, make sure to follow us at UNCP_sports. And do you guys have TikToks? I know that we started up a TikTok recently. Are you guys on TikTok?
I have one, but I do a lot of watching. No, I have not made a TikTok yet, but with quarantine and everything, it's crossed my mind.
I
did make one with my family. It's like 2 nights ago. It got like 400 likes.
Wow.
400 likes. Wow.
Wow, Trevor, you're like viral. I also have a TikTok, and I have made a few. Mine are kind of cringy. I'm not good at the whole thing, but they're fun to do when you're bored and in the house all day. So.
Look at them. I'll look like.
Mob is a good piece of hitting right there. Staying on top right at the middle. Look at that hole to the right side.
I think I need to be on the with also. The waters. I'm nervous.
Oh man. Wow, this guy has thrown 2 fat balls right down the middle in 2 pitches.
So when the shift is on like that, especially if you're a lefty and they're shifted, I guess, towards first, I've always wondered this, why don't more people just bunt it?
That's something I'm not very fast. That's why I don't bunt.
If I got shifted, I would definitely. Oh look, speaking of it. But if I got shifted, I would definitely feel like it's ordered for a righty to play some good baseball, especially the amount.
The whole thing is like with our approach, our coaches, we always try to practice like backside hitting and hits in the 4-hole in the right field. So we don't really get shifted that much, but River tried to push punt right there. But so it's very rare when we see teams do this because we're usually pretty good about hitting ball backside and exposing the holes in the defense. So I think it kind of just threw us for a shock when Shepard came out like this. I don't know. It's just weird to see when you're hitting and like the second baseman's right behind the base. And then you see the whole gap over there and you're like, oh, all I gotta do is hit it there. But it's a lot harder than, a lot easier said than done on it.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about the offensive approach of the program, and it's been for years an offensive powerhouse, really, nationally. This coaching staff clearly does a phenomenal job instructing you guys and helping taking you to the next level. What is it about what they work on with you guys that allows the players to excel so much in the batter's box?
They put us in a position to succeed. With all the coaching they do and all the drills we do, it's really a foolproof system if you just buy in and believe in what they're saying. They talk a lot about being in a good hitting position and then being early or getting the front foot down early, being in a good hitting position, and then just putting a good swing on it. And we hit it every single day for at least an hour. So they put us in a good position to succeed, and if you just buy in and listen to what they're telling you, it'll all work out. So, Trevor, you want to add on to that? You've had more success hitting here than I have, so.
I think just we get a lot about getting in a good position, working on top of baseball, not getting caught up.
Yeah, giving ourselves a chance by getting the front foot down and staying balanced. That's really what it's all about. So we work really hard on being able to hit it backside, and we really don't even. We hit a lot of home runs, but like in practice and stuff, we don't really we don't work on that. We don't hit a lot of home runs in practice. It just kind of happens like that in the game. Just because if you keep your bat on plane, and keep it in the zone a long time, you'll hit a few out. And that's what happens here. And we work really hard in the weight room too, with our strength coach, and so it just kind of it's like a perfect formula that just happens to it works. So you just gotta buy in and believe what you're saying. Goose up here, nobody else still. They're in a tough situation. Shepard. It's a tough call.
Alex, you're on deck here. Trevor, you're in the hole. And I believe this will be your first time facing this pitcher. When you're due up to bat shortly, what are you watching?
I'm watching him throw a lot of balls, not really be around the zone. I know he just walked, who's that, River? Just walked River?
Yeah.
So he gave it a hit to Molly, walked River. He's now down 2-1 or 3-1 to Goose. So I know he's struggling with command. So I was going up taking. I was going to make him prove to me that he could throw a strike first, or at least until I got into a 2-0 count, or 3-0 or 2-1 count, until I got into a plus count. So I'm on deck right now thinking I just got to get my timing down on deck, and I know I'm going to have at least one pitch in the box to have my timing down too, possibly more if he doesn't, throw a strike. So right now all I'm worried about is timing because I know he's going to come over the plate because that's the only pitch he threw is thrown for a strike right now. It's fastball down the middle that Motley hit up the middle for a single. So I'm just thinking real small. And I pitch it out that you can do damage with. So, Trev, what are you thinking?
He's struggling.
Yeah, when a guy's struggling with command, you can take the strike zone and really shrink it down to one spot.
Anytime they eliminate pitches, it's gonna make it a lot easier to get it.
Yeah, because he hasn't.
Guy's got 3 good pitches working that day. He's gonna be tough to beat. Now, if you can eliminate one, that's fine too. Makes it a little easier, and obviously, if you can only throw one, that's been.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a curveball for a strike yet, I don't think. So we can go ahead and eliminate that as a hitter. So now instead of worried about 3 pitches, you can worry about 2. But with a guy like this struggling with command, I usually just eliminate all of them except the fastball. And I don't even, if it's a curveball or changeup, I just let it go because it's more than likely going to be a ball.
Was it mounted?
No, yeah, that did not look like a fun time to be on the mound. So with a guy with no command also, like the umpire, he's not going to give you that 50-50 ball. Oh, well, he just did the goose, that's awkward. But like more times than not, if a guy's, all over the place, he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt with those calls. So
We call that in the broadcasting industry the broadcaster's jinx.
yeah, I just saw it right there. Oh, that's a pass ball 4. And that Alex Simpson kid's coming up again. Can't walk him this time.
And Alex, as he come to the plate, we have a question submitted to us by Raven. She wants to know, when are you shaving your mustache?
And I have a feeling that she wants me to shave it tonight, but that's just not happening. And I said earlier in the broadcast, so all this does is show me that she wasn't watching from the beginning, and she wasn't paying attention. So I will not be shaving my mustache until we are out of quarantine. Oh, new arm. Probably new guy. But anyway, I will not be shaving my mustache at the end of this quarantine, and it will be my personal silent protest until we are free. That's probably not the answer she wants to hear. I'll probably get a text from her here.
That's the question that was asked at the beginning of the podcast.
No, you don't have to ask that, Trevor. They're bringing in a new arm for me. I forgot. I really brought it in.
You guys have been doing a great job so far.
Thank you. It's a lot harder than it looks, though. I'll give you all credit for that.
It's fun though, talking about sports. Can't get
Yeah. That's right, absolutely. Oh, man.
Alex, are you still taking classes, or did you graduate in the fall semester?
I'm finishing up this semester, and then once I complete my internship this summer, I'll be graduated. So I'll technically be a December graduate, but I'll want to take a few more classes. My transcripts will all say graduates. So yeah, that's really all that matters.
Trevor, how about you? When's your graduation?
Next spring.
Trevor's on that Van Wilder program.
Did a session. I decided I'm gonna be a firefighter. Set it on national television.
Do what?
Firefighter.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Being a firefighter. I still like the video.
Did you saw the video?
Yes.
I like the video.
I think it's a phenomenal video.
Just want to see those damages.
We might have to. I might have to try to pull this video up onto the broadcast.
I think that's what we need to do. I think the people at home. I think for all the people that are social media challenged need to see this video. They're on this live stream tonight.
I think we're
tweet it. You can go to my Twitter at JohnGrossPXP, and you will find it. I think it was 2 days ago, maybe.
And I retweeted as well. I've
We'll
noticed
retweet
marketing at its finest.
Wow, he just almost took my head off for that first fastball. Now I'm really taking. I mean, I might as well just throw that bat back to the dugout right now. First out of the pen, first weekend series, and he just threw one over my head. I'll probably take here 1-0. Oh, they're bringing the infield in. I was trying to put a hard ground ball. Maybe work a walk, get Trevor over the bases loaded. Take 2-0. Now we're in a now we're in a plus count where you can really do some damage. That's what I'm saying. And you know, I just saw him throw 8 warm-up pitches, so my timing's down. I just saw 2 fastballs, my timing was down. So I think I hit it here. Oh, I tried to go Yahtzee, but he was asking me to hit that one now. But still in a good count, and I haven't seen any off-speed yet. So I really only am still sitting fastball until at least 2 strikes. There's a laser. Good effort, not good enough. Oh, Coach Jefferson with a good hit. Uh-oh, dude. Oh, and some energy on second. Yeah. All right. Dude, sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you just, wow, the dugout looks calm. Yeah. We didn't really find our vibe in till a few weekends in. Trevor, what do you do here? Oh! Oh! Hey, Trev! That bum wheel.
Oh, gotcha.
Sure, that's good. That's a Team AB right there. Team AB to get that 8 run across. Oh, look at you hobbling, man. Golly, you need to get that fixed.
I was just getting healthy and I was starting to go a little tear.
You need to get that knee fixed. Now see this is scary when you're on third base and Ethan Ball comes at the plate. Cause he's a half second from hitting a ball 150 miles an hour right at you. And I can promise you it probably won't feel good. But yeah, well, even that's part of this. One of the athletic trainers took a line drive that Ethan hit off the face in the dugout.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but he took it like a champ, and he was like got up and was like fine. I was like,
Hit off the ball and smacked it.
and he just like was fine. I was like, dude, you need to go to a doctor. It's like you might be dying inside. And he just like he was at practice the next day, and I was like, all right, like, I guess you're fine.
Okay.
That's
a dedicated employee right there.
Yeah, that's a quality sequence right there. Double, bunt him over, sack fly getting in. That's good Pembroke baseball right there.
So Bobby didn't work on that truck.
That was good.
That truck.
Do what?
I got a bad dog too.
2 outs, bottom 8, 10-3. This game, you stick a fork in them.
Did you guys ever go back and watch your previous games or watch old games from earlier in the season?
I do to get videos, like screen recorders. like the screen record like home runs and like pit stuff, and
So this
to
game-
see what my swing looks like really sometimes also, because like you think you're doing one thing and then you see it on video and you're like, that looks nothing like what I thought I was doing. But it's just fun to go back and watch these too. It's fun that they're on YouTube, so like also like 10 years down the road I can just search like UNCP versus Trevor Game 3, and it'll be up and I can show people. Oh, there's a trot, Trev. You see Box's trot? Oh, and then he cuts it off early.
I need a double this inning.
Do you not remember?
On last chance.
I'm pretty sure he strikes out a couple of them. They struck out a lot.
They have been serious.
16 strikeouts.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember they struck out a lot. 16's a lot. We don't like, our coaches try to set our number for 4 to 5 a game. So 16, our coaches would have a heart attack.
All but one of their starters struck out at least once.
That's crazy. Our pitching staff is like that. That's wild. Our coaches would, they would, whew, they would not be happy.
16
What was the most we ever struck out in a game was? Oh, we struck out a good bit against Aiken that one game, I think. I know I had 2 in that game.
So we entered the top of the last inning here. We have another quick question. Do you guys have a favorite sports movie?
Ooh. Bull Durham is my all-time favorite. The sports movies, let's see. Field of Dreams is up there. Remember the Titans. Those are probably my top 3.
If I was gonna go for one, it's gotta be Remember the Titans. This is maybe an unpopular opinion by me. I think baseball sports movies are cheesy. I think they're cheesy.
What about
You get, obviously, Sandlot. That's a good.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah. That's a classic, but I think a lot of them they just seem kind of cheesy.
Do you
Or what about Days of Thunder?
Do you have one?
Nothing like sleeping on the bus and Days of Thunder.
Basketball movie? Oh, it's the best one.
Oh, Big Bass on the bump. Large mouth.
Little Toddy does basketball.
Going downhill. Yeah, but Days of Thunder, I think that's the loudest sports movie out there. Oh, what a curveball. Our coaches love that movie. It's about NASCAR. And we were watching it on the way back. Trevor, where were we coming back from? Somewhere long. It was a long trip.
We watched.
It was like 11:30 midnight. And we're still like an hour and a half, 2 hours out from getting back to Pembroke. And the coaches put in Days of Thunder. And it all half the movie was just full volume of a NASCAR race. 20 or 30 cars going by. And it was the loudest movie I think we've ever heard. And everyone on the bus was just so mad. Because everyone was they were trying to sleep or do homework or just do nothing. And the coaches were in the front staring at it. It was so loud. Good pitch. That curveball is deadly. You can put your seatbelt on and buckle up in there, kid. Because it's coming again, probably. Oh, that thing is so up and down.
All right, we have some good content coming up in a couple of pitches here. I have the preview ahead of time, but you'll see.
Boy, I'm nervous. Does one of us trip?
No.
Oh.
You should have said yes.
That would be funny though.
You should have said yes.
I would have laughed.
And yeah. Oh wait, that's me. Go Sim. Yes sir. Let's go. Was that the content?
That was it.
I could have sworn I fell. There was a picture of, I think Willis took a picture from our dugout angle. And so the angle of me catching it, I'm like this, and you see the ball, like my hand's in my glove before the ball gets there. Because I was like running trying to catch it, and so the ball actually hit my hand, and I like caught it off my hand. And it was, the picture was cool though.
Trevor is still without a fly ball. Simpson.
Yeah, Trevor, it's your last chance for a fly ball.
I know, and it's not gonna happen, man.
Does that ever get boring? Like, what do you do in games like this?
No, actually it doesn't. It's kind of, well, I mean, I guess when I'm 0 for 3 out there, that's
What's the most off-topic thing that you and Ethan have talked about in the outfield during the game?
for some reason, when we were at Younger here, the games were really stressful. Like, every game we played was really stressful. But we were so off topic. Like, we were out there one time, like, a truck drove by, and I was like, yeah, that's my foot on that truck. And, like, he was like, yeah, that is nice right there. Like, we were just out there talking, oh, slam the bat.
Do you see where Bass went? Bass didn't even go to Oh, handshakes and high fives, the good guys win.
The good guys win.
What a game. Man, that handshake line got a lot more fun after 11 games in a row. We're just kind of walking through it right now, but man, after that 11th game, we were jumping through it, high fiving, yelling.
Is there an arc to the handshake line?
Like if you see right here, I'm a big dab and a hug guy.
I'm a dap and a hug guy too. I don't know if you noticed, but I started out with Sim, like I was the first one. But it kind of gets awkward because after you do one person, like 3 people behind them skit, and they think you're gonna do the same thing to them.
Yeah.
And in all seriousness, I just do it to the pitchers who pitch that game and catch.
Mm-hmm. And I do it, if I'm catching that day, I'll do it to everyone, all the starters. But what really gets awkward is when you go through the other team's line, and some of them have their hand up for a handshake, some have their hand up for a knuckle bump, and then you high five a knuckle bump, or you knuckle bump a handshake, and it gets really weird.
Versus Marstone.
All right, well, guys, I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your schedule to talk with us here. This has been a lot of fun. You guys did an awesome job. And hey, if you want to get into broadcasting one day, I think you guys have some bright futures.
All right, appreciate that.
I got one more thing to say.
Yes.
Roll damn Tribe. I'm off.
Get ready.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us today on our UNCP Game of the Week. We will be back next Saturday night at 7 p.m. once again for UNCP Wrestling's match against Limestone from earlier this season, and we will have some UNCP wrestlers on the broadcast with us as well. A big thank you to Bull Slavin and Jen Smith for helping me out with all this, and a huge thank you to all of you for joining me on this really fun night of UNCP athletics. And of course, those two just left, but Trevor and Alex did a great job, and really appreciate them joining us as well. So again, we'll be back next Saturday night. Thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you then.